Breaking news. President Biden appears to have gotten lost once more, and who knows if he will ever find his way off the stage.
Has been lost before and had his dear wife to help him with chocolate pudding and a fresh baby wipe and a helping hand off the stage, but not this time.
Yeah, so I got a little bit more material I can work with now. Or Biden.
Yeah.
I really do feel sorry for him.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning. We got Rebel Canners in here and WGH. I think it's going to be a slow morning. It's one of those little dragging mornings for some reason. Oh, well, the big news you guys can imagine is the debate. The debate is going to be, all over the place. It's when I look at the news, the news feed, the news channels, it's the debate. There's nothing else in the news. It's just a debate. Hey, Dig Deeper Ministry and Bubble Bibble. And it's actually nice and cool this morning too.
Yeah, it is here too.
Yeah.
It went down to 63 last night, I think.
Yeah, it's actually 65 right now. Well, if I click it, it'll probably go up, but
Oh yeah. The temperature should rise.
it disappeared. Oh, there it goes. It's 70 degrees evidently. That jumped way up. Okay, never mind. It's 70s. I think 70's good.
Yeah.
The 70's good fishing weather.
Yesterday when I got home, it was like 9 or 10 degrees difference. And then all of a sudden it went down even more. It was like an 18-degree difference all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Chilly when I left fishing because it was warm fishing out in the sun. And then I came home under these trees and it was a whopping, I think it was 87 or 88 when I was out fishing. I come home and it was 71. I was like, oh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big dip.
Yeah.
I guess we'll jump right into the first one here, and it's what you can imagine, Yeah.
What I've done since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. That's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
What I've done.
Yeah. I mean, I would have had a hard time not saying exactly what he said. I have no idea what he just said,
Right.
I was really surprised Trump didn't go all out on some of that stuff. Really surprised. The one thing that, after the debate was over, Biden went to a Waffle House and somebody asked him how you did and everything. Oh, we did good. It's hard to debate somebody that lies so much.
Yeah.
And he said that he caught Trump in 27 lies, and I'm looking at some of the stuff because I didn't watch it. I'm just getting the play-by type stuff that's going over the internet. And one of the things that stuck out to me, and which was one of the biggest lies, was this here. The Border Patrol Union, boy, they jumped on this as soon as this was said here.
Endorsed my position. In addition to that, we found ourselves in a situation where when he was president, he was taking separate, we significantly increased.
Yeah, he claims that the Border Patrol is endorsing him as president, and boom, they got on there and tweeted, "To be clear, we never have and never will endorse Biden."
There was a commercial during the debate where it was showing people talking about the borders. So that was embarrassing.
Yeah, and the stuff that the Border Patrols has had to put up with Biden being president this year. You remember when they first started crossing the border? The Border Patrol are on horses, and they're using what's the little thing that they hold on to?
The reins?
Yeah, the reins, because they have longer reins, so when they get off, they can still hold on to their horse and seduce somebody.
Mhm.
And they were saying that they were, beating people and whatnot. That's the stuff that they've had to deal with over that time. And ain't no way they're going to support Biden.
No.
And I figured, and because this is going on like crazy right now, there's so many memes, so many little things going on, what had happened in the debate and everything. Hey, Crazy, I hope you're doing good.
Good morning, Crazy.
Milk and Honey Heritage Farms, good to see you. Yeah, it was, and there's groups of Democrats getting together, some secretly and some just right out in the open. They're what are we going to do? Because this is just not hurting Biden. It's hurting our whole party. So they're like little mice running around trying to figure out what to do. And I'm surprised there ain't nobody up at the White House or when he gets there saying you need to drop out.
Right. Yeah, they even had a conversation about the cognitive tests and how Trump took it a couple of times or a few times. I don't remember the exact words. And yeah, Biden didn't really have much to say about that because we all know he hasn't publicly released that.
Yeah, well, we can see it. I don't think there really needs to be one. I mean, you can plainly see it.
Right.
Now this is this is kind of joking around and everything.
Okay.
Again, but it is what it is. And these guys put this on, and I'll go ahead and give it a play.
So last one, we've been here for a week. You got this. All right. Number one, the dude's convicted felon. Say Trump's a convicted felon. Over
every answer. All of them.
Felon. All right. Russia bad. Russia's real bad.
Real bad.
Who win?
Yeah.
Ukraine good. Zelensky more money. Billions to Ukraine.
More money.
All right, our border is secure. What is he talking about? Well, wide open border. What are you, nuts? Aliens are cool. LGBTQAI+. We love the gays.
Can't
Joseph.
get enough
We
of
love
them.
the gays.
You're gay. I'm gay.
You're gay.
We're all
Okay.
gay.
All right, the economy. Hey, Joe, focus. Focus. All right,
hey.
shiny thing.
Remember the plus.
Yeah, Roe v. Wade, abortions, have them. Everybody have them. Wait, Joe, wake up. Hey, wake up. Joseph, don't fall asleep.
It's the number one on the list.
Give me the adrenaline. Give me the adrenaline.
More?
Yes, we need more. This guy's a freaking passing out old.
All right, Joe, wake up.
Adrenaline shot is ready, and boom. There we go. Daddy likey, huh? Daddy likey, huh? All right, Joe, focus, continue. All right, don't talk incest. You didn't shower with your daughter at an inappropriate
You
age.
were conserving water.
Yeah,
for the
you're going
environment.
green, okay? Don't slip and fall. Do not slow your words. And listen, if Hunter comes up, he's amazing, all
He's
right?
the smartest man
you know. And do not say the N-word, Joseph.
We're live. We can't call it.
I know
this
you
time.
love it. And
All right.
guess what? If you don't say the N-word, you get a little treat.
Double stop.
Double stuffed Oreo cookie. Last but not least, do not insult Israel. Don't you dare.
You love the Jews.
You
You
love
can't get
the
enough.
Jews. So I think we're good. What's that smell?
It's like someone pooped their pants.
Joseph!
There's a bunch of those. There's a bunch.
Oh man. Well,
It's hard not to laugh at that, but then again, you kind of feel sorry for him because you know it's somebody behind him that's controlling him and whatnot.
yeah. Well, even when he had brown hair and was younger, I personally have always known him to be a liar. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's what has he done in those years that woohoo you can say that he's done, and there's nothing, and that's where they were trying to get away from, steer all the questions away from that stuff
Yeah. Yeah.
that
And
they had said before.
you could tell because I remember Biden just saying off the wall things out of place, just attacking Trump. But the way he did it, it was like everything that Biden's administration has done, he just openly just started slashing that. That's what Trump's administration was doing, which wasn't true. It was and everyone knew it. Everyone knew it. It was classic gaslighting mirror effect. It was weird.
Yeah, and this here was after it was over, and Biden was just sitting there, his normal "who's coming to help me" type thing. I need help, and they blurred this out because people were getting in trouble for this, so they blurred it quite a bit. But if you watch the very end, everybody could see this, but still, there's a lot of people getting in trouble for this last bit.
President Trump walking off the stage. The first debate of the 2024 campaign and the earliest presidential debate ever now in the books and in front of the voters. Tonight, along with Aaron Burnett, the first word on what those voters might make of it from our political professionals, from our CNN Flash poll and swing state focus group. We'll be talking to surrogates, including Vice President Harris, getting fact checks from our Daniel Dale and new reporting from inside both campaigns. With me here, CNN political commentator Scott Jennings, President Trump walking off the stage. The first debate.
And then, I mean, Trump he scooted off like butter. He was gone. And she took him over there and initiated the handshakes and stuff, and then he did the handshakes and whatnot, and then left. And it's that's just the fact of watching somebody go down the stairs that needs somebody to help him. He can't do it. He can't go. How does somebody run the country that can't go downstairs?
Right.
And I'm not trying to be jokey or anything. He's well past, he should be retired somewhere in his Pennsylvania Scranton home or wherever he goes, and having somebody take care of him. That's, I mean, if you would see somebody, like say of Pepsi, a CEO of Pepsi, and they did that, the board would vote him off.
Right.
He would be on. And it's, I really think it's sad. And this is the one that irritated me when I seen this one, and I'm sure everybody feels the same.
Had a notion that we were this safe country. Truth is, I'm the only president this century that doesn't have this decade, that doesn't have any troops dying anywhere in the world like he did.
He does he believe this? I mean,
A pathological liar often does believe his own lies because they convince themselves.
Right there, that says it all. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing that irritated me right there. Oh man.
Yeah.
Because if Biden's, plan to get everybody out, and the way it was, that was just a horrible thing. And lucky that that's all it was, which is horrible to say, but it could have been so much worse than the 13. And I think the 14th one died too, of injuries. But the fact that you make that big of a lie right there, oh man, that's going way too far on that one. Hey Joe, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Joe. I can't see chat, so I'm kind of piggybacking off from you who's in chat, because if I go back and forth, I'll end up.
Yeah, we got Jennifer in here, CJ, WTH, Milk and Honey, Crazy. Oh, it won't let me go up any. Oh, there it goes. Bubble Bibble, Wolf Walker. And I think I seen Huga in here too.
Nice.
Yeah, but out of the whole thing, that the clips and everything I saw, that was the worst one for me. And I'm sure anybody that's in military and whatnot, it just, and there's more than that. Yeah. I just that and the lie on the border patrol, there's they're stretching the truth, and there's no way around it. It's just a plain out lie. And because all politicians, that's their main thing, is they lie.
Right. Yeah, there was a lot of lies. There was a lot of Biden trying to take credit for the things that Trump did. But when Biden got into office, right away they started saying that those were things that they did, which we all knew that was not true.
Yeah.
So it was an all out mess. It was a real mess.
Yeah, if you start, you sit and think about when Trump was in office, how much time did he actually have to work on the country. To start with, he had to fix stuff from previous president, and then you know, they're trying to get him out of office the whole time.
Yeah.
And then he had to deal with, you know, the sickness, the thing that happened in 2020.
I thought a great job with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and you now we look back and you see the conflict with the whole closing the border and stuff. Certain people in his group were saying to keep it open, and Democrats and whatnot, which we find out that play both sides. We're saying leave. No, we can't close the border. That'll send messages and this and that. And if he didn't close the border when he did, you can imagine how much worse it would have been.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's eventually the medical 3-digit letter agencies. It's just the flu.
Mm.
And it's on their website stating that. So
when you're in a position of power, there's a huge responsibility, and that word responsible is a compound word. It's response-able. You're able to respond the best of your ability. And when you take the two candidates, Trump and Biden, which one is able to respond in the best way, in the best interest of this country and the people in it?
Yeah. Will you make up your mind? You're going to come up here or not? Stay there. And comes up here, lays down for a few minutes and gets down and walks around, comes back and jumps back up again.
Do they ever look for the kitty in the background in the greenhouse?
Well, every once in a while, if they get up here and they'll see a cat up in there, huh?
Okay, that's what
or they'll see themselves and they're like trying to figure it out.
That's cute.
Yeah, I still can't get over the guy on All American Canners. You're the guy with the cat in the background. So, yeah, that's me.
They're famous. Yeah, bush kitties.
Yeah, bush kitties. Yeah. Hey, Ark, good to see you. Heroic Prepper. Did you notice he went back to his original name?
I did, yes. I actually went over and took some time and watched a couple of videos and some shorts, and yep.
Hey, Crazy.
Hi.
Good morning, Miss Lady.
Good morning. My name is Tumbelina.
Tumbelina.
I should have put that on my name.
Hope you're feeling better.
How's your toe?
It's not purple anymore. It's actually, the bruising went away awfully quick.
That's what I was going to ask you. Did it start turning?
On the sides where where the orthopedic had to squeeze to pop it back in, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy. I dislocated her big toe.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looked broke from the
live. She didn't spill her coffee.
No, I didn't drop my mug. I spilled a little bit, but
okay.
I still had a half a cup by the time I was done.
That was the last time you were up here, right at the end, was when you fell.
Yeah, and I went back to your video live, and I can't hear it. I fell gracefully, so you all didn't hear me fall.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for, you know, where the name calling, the slur of a name callings and things like that. But I was surprised that there wasn't
Yes.
more meme-ish stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of memes because of Biden, but I was real surprised that Trump was really cool.
I thought he did really well last night. He bit
Yeah.
his tongue so good last night. I was like, good boy.
I mean, he had plenty of opportunities.
Yes.
I mean, I would have been, wake up.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, that would have been the whole debate if he didn't restrain himself. So
Yeah.
The only thing
Yeah.
horrible he said was what? I don't even know, Joe, if you even understood what you just said.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the only thing he said, but that was a straight out truth, you know?
Yeah.
It was.
I have no idea what he just said. And
There
I
was
don't think he knows
definitely-
what.
There was definitely some needless comments, to say the least. There was that point where they both kind of went at each other.
Mm-hmm.
And for me personally, it was just very angering because of all the real issues going on in the country. This is what they're deciding to take their time and the people's time to do and
Right.
have a conversation about. And that wasn't even a conversation. And then the ending part too, towards the end, when they were talking about golf, I was super irritated at that point about when they were talking about golf, because there's always jokes about presidents going golfing and this that. Again, that was unneeded, unnecessary. But as far as negativity, that's all I really had to say is about that.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is with the when Trump was president, that's he went and played golf.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so did Obama and everybody else.
Yeah, and the thing, different part of it is Trump paid for his golf, unlike the other ones, and everybody knows it. I mean, it's common knowledge that Trump doesn't get paid. The money he gets, he donates.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's rich, and he lets everybody know he's rich. But other politicians, they keep that money and they're like penny pinchers, and they have tons of money because anybody that goes in politics are really poor until the first year, and then all of a sudden they're riding around in limousines and all kinds of stuff. Hey Ed, how you doing this morning?
He's like, where's my invite?
Let's see. Let me get this next one up here. And this is the last we're going to be talking about it. Kind of, I guess.
For now.
This is afterwards. Now what? And I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but when you have a dog and you good boy, and he gets all excited and he's like, woohoo. I'm not saying he's a dog or anything, but that's the first thing that I got out of this when I first saw it.
From his reaction.
No, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the
I mean, that's the reaction I got out of that. It's like, I did a good job, and I'm really not trying to diss him, because I truly feel sorry for him, and because there's nobody there. I'm sorry, there's nobody there.
Yeah.
There's people, telling him what to do and where to stand, and you got to shake this guy's hand. Yeah, I really feel bad for him. And I feel bad for, our country that has to, I'm surprised he's made it this far. And yeah, that's the first thing I got out of that. It's like he knew, his wife sitting there and I did a good job. I did a good job. And that's what it seemed like to me on that one.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, he's just, you could see it in his eyes. And then, like last night, his eyes would be all squinty and all black. And then all of a sudden, his eyes look like they're going to pop out of his head with his teeth. Like,
well,
yeah.
There's
like a skeleton.
When he had his mouth open,
and
that was scary. I was like, oh, hopefully he doesn't sit there and pass out right there.
They talked about him recently having a cold, but he always talks that. He always has that very low, raspy
voice. Yeah,
he's had that a long time. So that's, and I'm not saying that he didn't have a cold. It's possible, but
a cold's a cold.
That's kind of the medication along with the cold, probably, because they get that weird voice sometimes, like a mellow voice when they have certain kind of medications.
Yeah.
And it makes their voice sound like they got a cold or raspy, or
So it seems his whole party, pretty safe to say that they're going to have a new nominee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes.
That's inevitable.
Yeah, because it's just not hurting Biden. It's hurting Democrats. Every Democrat, it's going to be like,
it's hurting their democracy.
You guys let this happen.
Yeah.
It's oof.
Well, like Trump said last night, he goes, I don't even know why we're here doing this.
Yeah.
He said that towards the end, I think.
Yeah, he said that Trump wasn't even going to do this. He wasn't even going to run for president. But because he was doing such a bad job, he felt like he had no choice but to run.
Just step back in. Yep.
Yeah. He'd like to retire and be relaxing somewhere, but instead here he is. So, but he felt like it was a duty that he had to do this because he's done such a piss poor job.
Yeah, and the other thing was, afterwards, Harris was interviewed, would not answer a single question. They asked, is this going to damage you? You went up against him, to become president, and you debated. Is this the same person you debated? No answering of the question. And that's one of the things I dislike about politicians is when they ask you a question, yes or no question, and there's a story, and it doesn't have anything to do with the question.
Yeah,
they dance around it.
I call it the redirect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like a great game of Magic the Gathering with the good old redirect.
Okay, I think this is a very important one discussion here, so I'm going to go ahead and Oklahoma State Superintendent directs schools to incorporate Bible and Ten Commandment teaching. That's wonderful news, but
it is
absolutely.
Unfortunately, there's the other side's going to be huffing and puffing trying to get this, but it is in Oklahoma. This is like, if some states would start doing this, it would start with Texas or Oklahoma, the southern states. This would be great. I mean, this is what we need. back in the schools.
Yes. I'm so happy you brought this up. I saw that last night.
Yeah.
And I was like, hee haw.
Yeah. The Bible is the most historical or historically significant books and a cornerstone of Western civilization, along with the Ten Commandments. They will be referenced as an appropriate study of history, which is true. I mean, it's been proven this stuff is history. It's just not, made up little storybook. This is actual history that they keep proving over and over again that all this stuff actually happened. And just like the latest thing that they just found out when Angel came down and took out the 185,000 soldiers overnight. They've proven it with, digging the digs and everything. They found the little murals and everything of it actually happened. It's just not a made up story from a Bible.
And the Ten Commandments, I mean, that's morally sound.
Yeah.
Especially for children to know right from wrong and to know the law.
Yeah. I mean, I could. You go right now into people who, the Gen Zs as they call them, and the one after them now. They don't even know what 10 dimes are, but you ask them the 10 Commandments, and I'd be surprised if they got 3 right. Even if they didn't word it correctly or whatnot, I'd be surprised if they even got 3 of them right. Because who teaches it? I mean, other than it should come from your parents or a church or whatnot, Bible school. Who learns this stuff? Or teaches rather. It's not in school anymore. I mean, if they were to even a week out of school and just did the 10 Commandments, what is the meaning of them? Do a test, and if you get all 10 right, woohoo! But how long has it been since this stuff has been in school?
They better know them because the 10 Commandments are awful, like basically in your Constitution. They're written a little bit differently as far as wording, but they mean the same thing. It's if they don't know the 10 Commandments in the Constitution or the Bible, I mean that's not good.
Yeah, and I like the bit right here with the Bible must be part of curriculum. I can't say that word, but for students of 5th through 12th grade.
Right, the curriculum. Yep. It would be a mandatory thing.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, you have to learn. Well, they don't even do cursive anymore. How do people learn how to sign their names if we don't do cursive anymore? That's what was I was wondering. Like, wait a minute, that's part of doing a signature. If you don't teach it, how do they know how to sign their name?
Right.
Is it going to go back to leaving an X?
Right. Or an analog clock,
Right.
little hand.
They don't know how to read the hands, yeah.
Yeah. And it's I don't know. It's and I've said it before. I think soon as they did this, no religion in school, it was downhill from there. And it could be you're not very religious, but you still learn basic, compassion and human right, or being a human being, instead of so closed off to other humans.
Right.
Yep. Or even how to translate it.
Yeah.
On how the literature was back then, the grammar thing,
Yeah. I mean, they do Shakespeare. I mean, if you can understand that,
Mm-hmm.
not say anything bad about the Shakespeare stuff, but
No, but still, it's like the way they spoke back then and how they could best describe it with words that they had then, That's part of your
There's this new secret code. That's kind of true, though. I mean, if you don't want somebody to know what you're sending them a message to somebody and they intercept it. What is this? What is this code words? I can't make it out.
I returned something at a store one day. You know how when you go return something, you have to sign the receipt? And I did it in cursive, and the lady behind me says, "You write so well, the kids would probably be looking at you like, what is that squiggle?" I'm like, right? I'm like, I know. They don't mean it. She's like, they don't teach that in school anymore. It's, people notice. It's not unnoticeable.
Some schools and teachers still do. To extent, but a lot of them, I think majority got rid of it.
Yeah.
Now, this next story here kind of goes along with the food stuff that I was talking about yesterday. Not so much, but it's the rubbery food and the strange film and the stuff they put on it and whatnot. But they're wanting to, which I think is fair, ultra processed foods should have a warning label on it, just like tobacco and alcohol and stuff. Because a lot of this food is more dangerous than smoking a cigarette. Because we're finding out, the red dye 40, the high fructose corn syrup and all that stuff can cause cancer. Why is not a warning label on your food? Warning: eating this, you could get this, or all the stuff that's like that. I'm sure it's not going to go anywhere, but at least there's somebody out there, saying it should be a warning label on this stuff. It's especially that appeal, the stuff they spray on your produce and stuff. It should be somewhere. There should be something, just not a little sticker that advertises that they put it on there. There should be a warning label that the stuff that they put on there is linked to causing cancer.
Right.
It's proven thing.
So they try saying that appeal is plant stuff. It's plant based. So they may have a minimal. I did post a link to that under the thing, shouting your video out yesterday, and just kind of showing the natural, the natural coating that vegetables have naturally in the garden while they're growing to protect themselves. But I forgot all the names. There's some big names in there.
Yeah.
But it's not all that covering that they're using on the fruits and vegetables is not all natural. It's plant-based. So that means a whole nother world of junk in there that absolutely leads to cancer.
Yeah, and remember there was a this thing that they told you to clean your vegetables off with. Soak them in this or spray them with this, and it was a bunch of chemicals.
Yeah.
It cleaned it, but what about the chemicals used to do it?
Yeah. So you're fighting chemicals with chemicals. Awesome.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's a thing called vinegar. Just a little vinegar and water, and it will take a lot of that stuff off. The normal stuff that's on vegetables, the dust and the
critters.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. The other chemicals that they're putting on now, you can't wash it off. It embeds itself into the produce.
I was watching somebody with a slice of cantaloupe, and they were literally like bending it like it was a rubber eraser. It didn't snap, like the rind didn't snap, and it just like bent and looked all as one.
That's how I always knew it. If you're like green beans, when it was time to clean them and everything, we'd bring them into a big old bucket, pour some vinegar in there, and whoosh it around.
Yep.
And that was it. Rinse it off, and you knew they were clean.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some a funny, so it'll give us something to laugh about. This guy's daughter decides to invite her boyfriend out on the boat with her dad and her brother.
Oh,
I'll just leave it at that, and we'll go from there.
Oh, there he is.
Today, me and my dad are about to meet my sister's boyfriend. Are you kidding me?
He might not come back with us.
Steve.
It's true.
That's what I said.
Hey, it's a lot drier on this side. You won't get wet.
How you like me now? 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 Remember the times.
Hey, Troy, that's a beautiful sunset, isn't it?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah! Great!
What?
Great!
Your family is insane. Oh my gosh. My name is Troy, not Troy.
All right, Troy. Well, I hope we see you again sometime soon, man.
Oh boy.
I can see a Bigfoot doing that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep.
I cracked up laughing at that one. Oh,
That is funny.
That is funny.
we might as well continue with the laughs.
Right.
I don't know why she was going down there, but it's funny, and she holds on to her stick though. And her friend so much help.
Yeah. So.
The other woman's laugh.
Yeah.
She isn't moving a bit. She's just filming the whole thing. Going home.
Oh no.
I can't see that. Ellie, but where's the dog?
Where's the dog?
Fuck off.
The dog's gone.
Ellie was like, what? Get me out. Get me fucking out, Ellie.
Goodness.
Get me out.
Oh man. You know, it had been chilly too, the way she was dressed initially.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh boy. That's hilarious.
Hey, Ginger Ninja. Good to see you.
Come on,
Hey,
Angel.
Ninja. What are you eating?
Me?
Yeah.
How'd you know?
Yeah. And over there.
I got 2 eggs and an English muffin buttered.
Ooh.
I like nooks and crannies. Remember that commercial?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, I like nooks and crannies too.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk last couple days that if anybody played any of the, the debate and everything, that they would get shut down. There was a lot of people, playing the debate last night.
Rid of all of you too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I heard it too when I gave out some warnings, and like you said, I saw it last night and this morning. They wouldn't have a platform left this morning because even
doing it.
Even Y on News in Australia, and I mean Sky.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean they're even,
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
They would get in trouble if they'd taken people down.
Yeah. Now let me go ahead and put this up here. I thought, because everybody says whenever I do live, it's crazy if I don't talk about food or the subject of food doesn't come up.
I'm sorry.
So I thought, well, nothing better than to make everybody hungry at the last bit of the live, and I get to shout out somebody in the community. So without further ado, let's get to our food segment of the day, and this is cast iron cheeseburger burrito. Jamie's Country Living is the channel, and I'll post her link down below. And,
I love her channel.
We'll go ahead and give it a play.
Why? No. It's evil. You did that. Oh my goodness.
Start with 1 pound of ground beef, an onion, and a green pepper.
But there is a lot of grease in that.
And you can saute and then add your beef. However you do that. We're going to drain the grease off. Love this stuff. I recommend it. Add some seasonings, whatever seasonings you prefer.
Was that Weber?
Hope y'all are having a great day.
Seasoning?
Dry.
I think so.
I think I had that. I had that one. I got the chicken one.
I'm going to be doing a cooking video on Tuesday called Tasty Tuesday. I'm going to add Fiesta blend along with some mozzarella cheese.
Well, I heard the
We're
microwave
going to mix it
going
all
off.
up, get it all melted, gooey.
It does look
so
good,
good, y'all. I hope y'all participate. If you do, use the hashtag Tasty Tuesday. and I will make a playlist with your video.
And I just love watching
Tag me so that I know
people
you've
cook
done it.
with
Next, we're going to put it
cast iron
together.
skillets.
Warm tortilla wraps.
Oh, that looks so good.
Now, in a hot pan, you want to put the flat side down / folded side down. That will help seal the wrap / burrito so it doesn't fall apart. Brown them on both sides.
Okay. Faster, just use your hand.
I also do
That's what
lives
I
on
do.
Mondays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Central.
Yum.
All righty. Let's give it a try, y'all.
And that's her channel right there.
Don't that look good?
Yeah.
It's got me sold. We put everything in wraps, even leftovers. We heat it
Yeah.
up, cheese on it, put it in a wrap, fry it on the sides. Chicken salad, you know, from the can chicken.
Yep.
You make your chicken salad and put that in a wrap. You can put anything in a wrap.
Yep.
Pizza
I
wrap.
subscribe to her.
Wraps.
Wow.
What?
Just had her septic pumped for the second time. Paid $500. Charged even though her boyfriend dug it up.
What?
You can call back and tell them that that your boyfriend dug it up and had to open when they get there. They may have just forgot to write that, but still, that doesn't cost that much.
Yeah.
Ours is about $230 something, $240 something. Ours though too.
I think it's like
Hey,
200 bucks.
101. Did you get in trouble yet? 101? Even though you made it private, but just asking.
Just asking. For
before I had a legal septic and where I lived out in the country. It wasn't a legal septic, but it was 2 50-gallon drums. And for the best way we used to keep the septic from getting clogged up and everything, we would buy a pound of ground beef and let it kind of go a little bit bad, and I'd get a few packages of yeast, mix it in there, and flush it down the toilet. And that eats, when it gets into the septic system, it reacts and it'll eat all the bad stuff. And we just had food, and now we're talking about septic. But that I never had an issue, and I was only using 2 50-gallon drums for a septic, and never had problems until we health department or somebody came by and did an inspection and said, "Oh, you can't use this," or whatever the case was, and ended up had to get a septic, which I was already saving up for a regular septic anyway. But case being, yeah. And I still use that treatment and never had to get it pumped or anything. But that's like a monthly thing that you do is, now they have all these fancy things that you can put in your septic. To me, that hamburger or ground beef and yeast did the thing.
It's the same thing as using the Rid-X.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it has that enzyme in it.
Ew. Yeah.
You see my toe? See the bottom half of it?
Yeah.
That part was almost through my toe.
Well, at least it didn't go through your skin. Yeah.
No, I know. It was about to because it was sticking out. It was like a bump.
Yeah. And that's probably where a lot of the swelling or the bruising came from.
Yep.
There was like this ball on the bottom of your toe that looked like it was going to protrude through the bottom.
Yes. It was horrible. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I'll tell you, there's no one that's been the good sport about this. I mean, it looks painful, and she's giggling the whole way.
I have extreme high tolerance for pain, along with the neuropathy too, because my leg didn't. The only thing that hurt me the most out of everything was I could feel where I broke my femur bone, the muscle around that part of my thigh.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that was tender, and it's probably because the way I stepped down on the stairs is that extra piece of wood that's right at the driveway, and my foot didn't completely go on it, and having those Crocs on, it held my foot in place and just twisted my toe.
Oh,
Tumbleina.
Either way, it's a big owie.
Giants, move. How did you open this door?
Thank God it's Friday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it for an hour. Sorry, it was a lot about the debate, but that's that's the news overnight. I know there's some older news and stuff that, but yeah, it's kind of like the morning stuff that it's going to be in your face type news, and it's all about the debate. Unfortunately, that's why I was kind of glad it was over on Grow Big TV last night. We were live during the whole thing, so we didn't have to watch it.
Well, I mean, we could always that thing in Oklahoma is. We could always pray real hard for that, because that is that's a good thing.
A lot of protection to keep that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I found something yesterday. It was an old violin, didn't have no strings or anything. And one of the first things I did was said a prayer, make sure there's nothing evil that's going to come home with me.
And
I would have never done that before, and it was just, something just said, woof, say it, and it's still in the truck, but still it's, because you never know when it could be something evil is just placed there just for that purpose.
Yep.
Well, it's a violin. It's hollow. It's a vessel. That's what they like. So.
And I hear the birdies.
It's very windy today.
I'll probably be live tonight, 7 or 8. I don't know which one yet, but it'll just be a fun little live. I didn't hear from the other person. They picked the date and everything, and I said, okay, well, and I went with the time, and I never heard from them back. So it is what it is. So sometimes you get people. I'll go through spurts where I get a lot of people that want to do interviews, and then there's some where it just quiet. And then tomorrow, I think 101 said he might go live, which means probably Tuesday, but you never know. He might be live tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Tuesdays.
So watch your page and watch other people's pages for the sharing out of and updates on community pages.
Yep.
Yep. And Sunday is Dig Deeper's taking this Sunday off, right?
This Sunday he's not doing it because the vineyard on Joyful Notes, they're going to be live, I believe, from, can't remember if it starts at 10 or if it starts at 11, but they're going to go for hours. It's going to be live at a church.
Yeah. So that's going to be something to watch Sunday. And then Sunday evening, it's giveaway for the seed challenge, survival seed challenge. So you don't want to miss that. So you can get goodies like Crazy got a bench.
Yeah,
and
I
a
did.
bunch of tools. Yeah.
Yep.
You don't want to miss out on that.
And I've been using, not the bench, but I've been using the tools. I haven't gotten to the bench yet. Plus,
well, the bench will come in handy now.
Now, well, yes, that's what I'm waiting for. I have a little bit of weeding and pruning to do anyway, so which I've used the shears and everything. Everything works great.
The pruning and the weeding seems like an everyday chore here. I just do it some days. I just don't do it some days. I'll do it all at once, but either way, it's still a chore.
Yeah, I usually go out and do one bed and then start on something else. I need to tie up my my tomato, my paste tomato San Moranos. I didn't think they were coming up, so I didn't put no stakes by them or anything. So that they're starting to flop over, which is not good.
Yeah, that's our mission this weekend, is to go out and get some more bamboo for the peppers.
Yeah.
They're starting to get quite large, and every time we get a pepper, I'm cutting it off because, yep, exactly. But we have cut 7 peppers, bell peppers.
Nice.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
They were palm size, you know, for a girl hand. But I've got big hands for a girl, I've been told. I don't really think so, but
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people. The bugs are horrible this year. I'm not saying anything because I don't want them.
No, I don't
So
either.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
I've seen them, but we haven't had like anything destroyed other than by the deer. So, but that's all grown back now, by the way.
I don't like it at all because unless you would almost have to build a box for support around the whole thing. And if you do that, what's the use of even having it? You know, it was a Temu thing. It was like $3 or $4. It's growing things, so it's doing what it's supposed to do. But I don't like it because the little flaps fall over on it in the area and stuff, and it's just it doesn't look good. I mean, my garden doesn't look good in the first place with all the weird stuff I got going on in there. But yeah, I probably wouldn't go and buy one. Maybe to start with, maybe like if somebody was starting gardening and stuff, it might be a little bit easier for them to do it that way. But yeah, I'm not thrilled with it though.
I mean, you could be like we do and just take your whole yard, put it in a pile, put some logs around it, fill it with dirt. Hey, that's what we do here. I love how you show what you use, what you get, and how you pick things up alongside the roadside, and we do that too.
Yeah.
Using what you got. I mean, when things aren't good or certain things happen in the world, we'll already know how to do those things. You know,
Yeah,
you
like
don't have to go
those.
to the store and get those fancy little things.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those two metal things that I got were $40 each. It's 3x3, which I hate 3x3 because it's an awful size to begin with. But they were $40, and it seemed at the time they were cheap. Those things are over $100 now.
Yep.
At Tractor Supply. There's no way I would spend that much money. I mean, it's for a good cause. You get to grow food and all, but that's a lot of money for a 3x3 area.
Yep.
And I've got those other ones that I picked up from it's basically trash. They got free wood, you know, up there and everything, and all I do is knock the bottoms out. And I've had people ask me, why do I knock the bottom of it out? And it's because if not, it rots so much faster, and it's better drainage, and eventually, depending what you put in there, if you put something in there that will the roots go real deep, it'll actually go into the soil of my yard too. Instead of just hitting the bottom and branching out, because as soon as some roots, if that go straight down, if they hit something, they'll start to branch out, and as soon as they branch out, they'll stop growing. The plant will stop growing above. But anyways, I will catch you guys later. It is after the hour, and we'll be back with the news Monday, and hopefully there's more than just the debate stuff. I'm sure there's going to be a lot here in the next few days. Probably the new candidate that's being backed.
Yep.
And hopefully it's not Michael. or Michelle, sorry. But hope everybody has a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.
Have a good weekend. Happy gardening.